Hello everyone, this is my second video for the lesson The Elves and the Shoemaker, and before explaining the lesson, I would like to give you the hard words. Please note down these hard words in your course copies 3 times and learn it properly. Number 1, pudding, Pudding, pudding. Number 2, honest, Honest, honest. Number 3, chimney, Chimney, chimney. Number 4, sliding, Sliding, sliding. Number 5, leather, Leather, leather. Number 6, hammer, Hammer, hammer. Number 7, curtain, Curtain, Number 8, waistcoats, Waist, coats, coats, waistcoats. Merrily, merrily. Number 10, trousers, trousers. This story is written in the form of play. Play is a form of writing a story with actions through dialogues of characters. And the play is divided into acts or scenes. Like in this lesson, this story is divided into scenes, scene 1, scene 2 and scene 3. This story is divided into 3 scenes. The writer present their feeling, their ideas through the characters in the story, and they make them speak. So the characters in this play are Boris. Boris is the name of a shoemaker. His wife name is Eva. And the 6 elves are Bo, Ra, Ti, Mo, Ka, Di. So these are the 6 elves in the play. So mainly there are 6 elves and two other people, Boris and Eva, who are the shoemaker and the shoemaker's wife, and the 6 elves. These are the 8 characters in this story, and there are narrators. Now, who are narrators? Narrators is a storyteller, is a person who is telling the story, is the narrator. So there are narrators 1, 2 and 3 in this play. So we start this story with scene 1. In scene 1, you can see there's the shoemaker and his wife. They are in their small kitchen. They are sitting in their small kitchen. They are eating a simple dinner of dry bread and soup. They are poor, but they look happy. So this is the scene 1. And now the character Boris, who is the shoemaker, he is speaking now. Boris: Eva, the soup was so tasty. Eva: you work so hard. I wanted to make a nice pudding for you, but our larder is empty. Boris: never mind, Eva, we may be poor, but we are honest. At least we have no trouble buying food for 2 meals a day. To which Eva replies, yes, I know. And she smiles. It is silly of me to worry. So in scene 1, we can see that the shoemaker and his wife are sitting in a kitchen. They are eating a simple meal, and the simple meal is of dry bread and soup. They both look happy. They both are poor, but still they look happy. And Boris says to Eva that the soup is so tasty. Eva says that you work so hard. I wanted to make a pudding for you. Now, what is pudding? Pudding is a type of food that can be sweet or salty, and it is a part of a main meal. So the poor shoemaker and his wife, they can't afford pudding, so they are eating a simple dinner, bread and soup. And she says that I cannot prepare pudding for you because our larder is empty. Larder is a small room for storing the food. So their larder, small, you can say small room or a small cupboard where the food are stored. So their larder is empty, so she could not make the pudding. So she made dry. So they are having dry bread and soup for the dinner. To which the shoemaker Boris says, "Never mind, we may be poor, but we are honest. At least we can arrange for the two meals of a day." Eva says, "Yes, I know, and I'm silly to worry that we cannot afford pudding. So nothing to worry." And she smiles. Then Boris says, "Let's go to bed now. It is quite late." And the shoemaker and his wife leave the kitchen. So the shoemaker and his wife leave the kitchen, and here the scene 1 ends. Now the scene 2 is prepared, and in scene 2 is a midnight scene, and in this scene we can see that 6 elves I discussed in my previous video that elves are the small creatures who has long ears and they do magic. Elves is the plural form of elf. So we can see in scene 2 that it is a scene of midnight, and the 6 elves, they are coming down from the chimney to the shoemaker's workshop. Now what is chimney? Chimney is a pipe at the roof of the building or house through which the smoke or steam is passed out of the roof through the roof of the house. So these elves, they slide down through the chimney of the house to the shoemaker's workshop. You can see in the picture they are sliding down through the chimney, the 6 elves. Yes. Now, as I said about the characters of the elves. Who are the elves? What are the names of the elves? Bo, Mo, Ra, Ka, Di, Ti. These are the elves, 6 elves. Now in this scene we can see these elves are talking to each other. The first one, Bo, says, "Oh, what fun sliding down that chimney. Are we all here? All 6 of us?" Mo, "Yes, let me count. D, T, Bo, Ra and Ka. Only 5. "Oh, and me of course. I came first. That makes us the 6 elf brothers." So as they slide down from the chimney, they counted themselves whether they are 6 or not. And who counted? Mo counted that yes, they all are 6. They had fun in sliding down that chimney. So from where did they enter the workshop of shoemaker, they entered through the chimney of the house. D. What is this place? Ra. This is the old shoemaker's workshop. To which Ka replies, Oh, that's nice. I like this place. T. But what are we doing here? To which Bo says, The old shoemaker wants to use this last piece of leather to make a pair of shoes that will fetch him some money. See, the leather is all cut and ready. Come, brothers, let's make the most beautiful pair of shoes for the hard-working and honest shoemaker. Now D asks other elves that which place we have come to which Ra replies that this is the old shoemaker's workshop. Workshop, it is a place where things are repaired or mended. To which Ka says, Oh, that's nice. I like this place. T says, But why we have come here? What are we doing here? To which Bo says, The old shoemaker wants to use this last piece of leather to make the pair of shoes. And by making this shoes of this last piece of leather, he will get some money. Fetch him some money, bring him some money. Fetch it means bring him or get him. That will, if he makes a beautiful shoe out of this last piece of leather, he will get some money. And see, the leather is all cut and ready. So come, brothers, we will make the beautiful pair of shoes out of this leather for this hard-working and honest shoemaker. Hard-working, one who works hard to fulfill his dreams. Honest, who is true, who is never lying, who is always speaking truth. To which Mo says, Yes, let's do that. The shoemaker can sell this pair and buy more food with that money. D says, And he can buy more leather too. Then we can make more shoes for him. So Mo says, let's make the pair of shoes for the shoemaker, and which will fetch him some more money and with which he can buy more food. To which D says that yes, he can buy more food also and he can buy more leather too, so that we can make more shoes out of those leathers for him. To which Ra says, Come on, we must hurry. Let's start our work. And Ra says that we must start our work. Let's hurry up. We must start our work. Narrator 1. Now the narrator who is telling the story is saying, Tap, tap, tap goes the hammer on leather. Stitch, stitch, stitch goes the needle and thread. Soon, very soon, the shoes are put together. 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights more. The little elves come to the shoemaker's door. 1 pair, 4 pairs, then 8 pairs more. They make such shoes the people adore, that they pay for the shoes, oh so much more. And see how the shoemaker's fortunes grow. Narrator 3. But the shoemaker wonders, who are these little workers? So he plans with his wife to catch a quick sight of these kind little people who work in the night. From behind the curtain they see a rare sight of wee little people working so right. So the 3 narrators spoke the 3 stanzas. Narrator 1 says is describing how the elves are working by using hammer on leather, by stitching through needle and thread, and the shoes are put together and the shoes are ready, And the narrator too says like this: one night, 2 nights, and 3 nights went. The elves came to the shoemaker's door. They made 8 pairs, more than 8 pairs of shoes. And all people were liking those shoes. They paid for the shoes, and the shoemaker was able to purchase more leather and put it on the table. And then the elves came to his home through the chimney, and they make more shoes out of those leathers. So this is how it continued for many nights. Many nights it continued. The shoemaker put the leather on the table, the elves came, they make beautiful shoes, and then the shoemaker sold the shoes. They get money, they buy food, they buy more leather. This is how the days were going on and nights were going on. But now the shoemaker thinks that who are these little workers, and he wanted to know who are these workers who are working for him. So one night he planned with his wife to look that who is working for them. So nicely they are making the shoes. So they thought of hiding behind the curtain and see who are these people. And he was very much surprised to see that they were wee little people. WEEV. Wee means very small people who are working so right. Now we come to scene 3. A few days later, Boris and Eva are sitting at the kitchen table eating pudding and talking. So now in scene 3 we are seeing that scene 3 is of few days later, where we can see Boris and Eva, the shoemaker and his wife, they are sitting again at the kitchen table. Now they are eating pudding. So now they have become rich. They can afford pudding. Eva can make pudding for her husband, Boris, the shoemaker. And now Eva says, "We must thank these little people for helping us and making us so happy and rich." To which Boris says, "Yes, yes, we must repay their kindness. What should we do, Eva?" To which Eva says that we'll make some nice clothes. The poor little things have hardly anything to wear. Their tunics and trousers are torn and patched. Tunics is a piece of clothing that covers the body till the knees. And patched, what is patched? Patched is when there are holes in the cloth. They are repaired by putting a piece of cloth and stitching over it. So their tunics are torn and patched. So we will make some new good clothes for them, new tunics for them, and they will be happy. I think green tunics, yellow waistcoats, blue trousers, and bright red caps will make them happy. So these are the colors they decided for the different piece of cloth they wanted to make for the elves. To which Boris says, "Yes, and I can make them nice little shoes with pointed toes. I think that is the best way we can say thank you, elves. Let us start working right away." And then Boris says, "You make the clothes for them and I will make the pointed shoes for them." And which this is the correct way to say thank you to the elves who are working all night for making the shoes for us, and we have become rich because of their hard work. Now narrator 3 says, "At midnight the elves came to the workshop and saw the new clothes and shoes on the bench. They put on the clothes and shoes and danced with joy. They danced merrily right out of the shoemaker's door. They never came back again, because from that day the old shoemaker and his wife did not need any more help." So now when they made the clothes for the elves, they put it on the table. The elves came. They were happy to see those dresses. They wore those dresses. They wore the shoes, and they went out dancing merrily from the shoemaker's house. And they never came back again, because now they knew that they are rich and they can live happily now. So the moral of the story is we should work hard. The hard work always pays. If you are hardworking, you can fulfill your dreams. I hope the lesson is clear to you all. You will get the assignments in the parent portal, which you will